Hi, Mr. Johnson here in the Media Center to show you how to use Windows Live Movie Maker. I'm going to go ahead and click on the Start button, and there you'll see Windows Live Movie Maker. If for some reason you don't see that, just go ahead and type Movie Maker down here in the search box. It's a free program that comes with Windows. It's actually a decent program to make a movie with. First things first, if you're working with a group, you need to designate one person as the team captain. All of the movies, videos, pictures will get saved onto their laptop into a folder that you make for this project. So I'll just start out by showing you what that might look like. So open up the captain's laptop, open up Windows Movie Maker Live, and then click on this little floppy disk. Okay, now what you're going to want to do is on their desktop or um, in one location that you choose, you're going to go ahead and make a new folder and just call it something like My Movie. Okay, and then go into that folder. Now this My Movie folders, we're going to save your Windows Movie, and it's going to be this Windows Live Movie project. That's going to be the raw video that you use to edit. You're going to save it in there, and you're going to save all the video clips and pictures also that you're going to use for that project. And you're going to want to keep everything there, not move it, because if you move it, you'll lose those videos and those pictures, and you may end up having to start over. So that's a critical thing. Pick your captain, have them make a folder on their desktop, save the Windows Live Movie project in that folder along with the video clips and the images that you use with your movie. Don't move those things. Don't try to move them to your partner's laptop. If you do, they'll become corrupted and you may have to start over. So that's critical. When you're finished and you're ready to turn this into your teacher, you'll actually save it as an MP4, which will bring all of those pictures and video clips into a single file that won't get lost. And I'll show you how to do that as we work through this tutorial. Now that you've done that, you want to go ahead and bring in all of the video clips that you've shot with your cell phone. And if you don't have a smartphone to shoot video with, stop by the Media Center and check out a video camera from us. Okay, you'll need to get those videos off of your phone and onto the laptop. Now if you're using an Android, you can just plug it in through the USB and browse to it just like it's another hard drive on your computer. If you're using an iPhone, it's a little trickier. You may have to email the video to yourself. You may have to upload it to your Google Drive. You may have to even drop by the Media Center and have us use iTunes to transfer that from your phone into your Google Drive. Worst case scenario, you can upload your video to YouTube, and then I can help you rip that and download it into Movie Maker. So just stop by the Media Center if you need help with those things. Once you've got your video on your computer, you'll just add videos. And I'm just going to add one from my sample videos here. Now remember, this video should be placed into that folder that you made during the first step, just so that it doesn't get corrupted and lost. Okay, there it is. I can add the photos the same way, and again, these photos should be placed inside of that folder that you made in step one, just so that they don't get lost and corrupted. Now chances are this video won't be perfect. You'll need to crop some things out or rotate it. So first things first, to rotate it, because maybe your phone was sideways, you can just click the video clip and then come up here from the Home tab, and you can just rotate that clip until it's oriented in the right direction. And you can just keep clicking on that until it's the right direction. So that's one thing you may need to do. Another thing you may need to do is double click on it, and you may need to move your playhead to a point where you need to cut some of the beginning off because there was a mistake in there. So you can just move this playhead to wherever the mistake is at, and then you can simply split that clip. Now I can right click here and delete that clip with the mistake in it. Now if you've got something in the beginning and the end that you need to get off, then you can go ahead and use this trim tool, and you can move these heads to the point where you're cutting off the mistake at the end and the beginning, and then you can just save that trim. So you may need to spend a few minutes getting the video clips fixed. In addition to that, you can go ahead and add some visual effects to both still images and videos. So if you want to make something look old-fashioned, you could make it sepia toned. So feel free to take a few minutes to add those special visual effects to either your video clips or the images that you've brought in. Now, in addition to that editing, you'll want to add some title clips, and you can have as many as you want, and you can simply drag and drop those to the correct location. And you may need to also drag the text, and then you just double click and you can type the text there. Now the default for the text is 7 seconds, which may be too long for these title clips, so you can change that to something shorter so that it's not on the screen for so long. Now in addition to changing the speed of the title clip, you can change the way that the text comes on just by clicking on these different options here. So play around with that, come up with something you like. You can change the background color just like you would with any program. You can change the text color, again, just like you would with any program, the fonts, the sizes. So play around with these until you achieve the effect that you're going for, and add as many of those title clips as necessary. And again, you can get to those from the home screen, and you can move those around wherever they belong and just type right in these boxes. So you may spend quite a bit of time doing that. Now if you want text to appear on the video clip, that's a caption. So I could come here and add a caption, and this text will be over the top of the actual movie or the still image. So you can do that. Again, you can adjust the duration of that image. So if 7 seconds is too long, remember that you can go ahead and change that so that the picture's not so boring on the screen forever. Alright, so those are some of the basic editing things that you can do. You may want to also add some music at the end. So if you go back to your home tab, you can go to add music, and you can then add music, probably just an MP3 that you've saved. If you don't want to have it begin at the beginning, you can type in, say, 2 seconds for the start time after you've double clicked on it. You can change the end point, so if you don't want that to go to the end of the video, then you could go ahead and just type in 10 seconds. Now it's going to play from 2 to 10. Now on your screen you should be able to record narration, so narration should be an option up here. It's not on mine for some reason right now, but you would just click on narration. Hopefully put on a headset that you check out from your teacher or the media center so the quality is better, and then you can go ahead and add your narration over the top of the movie or the still images, which is a nice effect also. If you want 2 timelines, one for music and narration, you'll have to do this little trick that I'm about to show you. So let's say that you're satisfied with this movie and you're ready to turn it in for the grade, and you don't want the images and things to become lost. So at this point you're going to go not to the floppy disk. I mean, you're welcome to save it again, but at this point you're going to go to this little white box below the floppy disk, and you're going to go save movie, and you're going to choose for computer, and that's going to make the MP4. Okay, and again, you'll want to put it on your desktop into that folder that you've made, and hopefully you've got the Windows Live Movie project in here, all of your video clips, all of your images, and now you're going to have, in my computer it's actually saving it as a WMV. On your computer it may save it as an MP4. Either one is fine. That way the images and the video are going to get actually captured in a single file that won't get corrupted and lost, but this is the one that ultimately you'll turn into your teacher through the Google Drive or through the Google Classroom. And so I'll just hit save. At this point, Movie Maker is going to render this particular video, save it as the WMV or the MP4, whichever option your device has, and that's the finished file that you'll turn in to your teacher. Okay, now for that little trick, I could play this, wouldn't be a bad idea, but I'm going to close it now. That little trick I wanted to show you, if I go open project, I can go to, I could actually do a new project, and so in fact let me just do that, and now I could go ahead and add that video, that WMV or the MP4 that I just made. So let me go and do that. So this is the video that I just made and rendered and exported. Now the little trick to do the 2 audio timelines. Let's say that I wanted to add narration over the top of the music that I just added. At this point I would just do add music and then I would do narration, or I could just browse for the narration that I saved, say in Audacity or whatever audio program that you have. So that's kind of a way to get around the single audio timeline. It's just basically save it as the MP4 or the WMV, bring it back in, and then add another music track to that video. So it's kind of a way to cheat to get around the fact that Windows will only give you the one timeline. But again, it's it's the MP4 or the WMV that you want to turn into your teacher. Don't turn in that Windows Live Movie project, the WLMP. If you do, the teacher won't see any of the video clips, any of the images. It'll just look like a movie with all sorts of broken files to it. So that's one of the keys. Bottom line, if you need help with the project, feel free, stop by the Media Center and we'd be happy to give you a hand with checking out a camcorder, a headset with a microphone, downloading your video that you've shot on your smartphone, using the program itself, or saving it as the final project that you're going to turn into your classmates. So we'll hope to see you in the Media Center soon. Good luck with the project and don't be afraid to ask for help. Thanks for watching.